www.swordaccounts.com. It's simple.
It's simple.
Process panel. Only with the transaction panel anybody can control the total accounting system. Though we have some extra process panel that makes the business transaction more synchronized. Swordaccounts has ready and customized process panels like the customer order panel, delivery order panel, invoice panel, indenting panel, import and export panel, recipe panel, for chemical company, and so on. Transaction panel. This is the primary input panel for any kind of transaction. Here you will input all of your daily journal. The first field of the transaction panel is JV Voucher number. This number is fixed and automated. You can't change this number. For a journal entry first, you need to set your transaction date in the date field. Then select your journal head from the transaction field. If the transaction head has a subledger factor, it will call an extra field for the transaction. Like if you select salary, it will call the employee list. If you select any receivable, it will call the customer list. Again, if you call purchase or sale, it will call product name, quantity, and measuring unit. It will be fixed. Put your transaction amount in the amount field. Now you need to declare the debit or credit for your transaction from the mode field. After that, and at the end, write the description for your transaction in the description field. Now just press the Add button. After pressing the Add button, a new table appears below the input box. And it will automatically refresh your input field without voucher no, date, and description. It will count this information as a common field for the rest of the entries. Now you may add more transactions against this JV voucher. After finishing your total input, just press the Submit button. Now your transaction is added to the main database. And you will get a new fresh transaction input panel for the new entry. Error 1. Debit and credit sum must be equal. If you find this kind of error, please check your data again. You have followed two basic accounting rules here. Debit sum and credit sum must be equal. And for multiple debits, you have to add a single credit. Again, for multiple credits, you have to add a single debit. Why Swordaccounts do not accept multiple debits for multiple credits or vice versa? After analyzing some popular ERP and accounting software, we find that most of the companies were not interested in making a journal entry system in their application. Because of multiple debit and credit, most companies totally avoid the pure journal entry-based accounting system. Now, the question arises, what was the problem? Okay, we will try to make it clear with an example. Suppose, Size Corporation gave a salary to two of their employees, Mr. A and Mr. B. Mr. A's total salary is $2,500 and Mr. B's total salary is $3,200. Now, an accountant pays their salary in cash. But at that moment, he found that he had a shortage of $700 in his cash. So, he gave them a cash check for $700. Now make a journal for this transaction. Salary Mr. A debit. $2,500. Salary Mr. B debit. $3,200. Cash in hand credit. $5,000. And HSBC Bank credit. $700. Now, as per accounting rules, there is no error in this transaction. But when you go further to print the subledger of Mr. A and Mr. B, the computer will be stuck. because the computer doesn't know who gets the bank's amount. So, to avoid this kind of error, you have to input individual entries. For this reason, our application does not accept multiple debits for multiple credits or vice versa. For more Process Panel tutorials or manuals, please visit our website www.swordaccounts.com.
Simple.